Rose, man.
We are back.
We're back like we never
Amazingly
left.
so.
I hope
Oh,
everybody
Namaste.
is out here good. As y'all can see, Rose
Yeah.
has full of energy and he has a new hat. So these two things are elite level vibes right now.
They'll make you have energy.
Yo, once again, I think we told y'all this on a few of these joints. The confidence has to already be in you, but made exclusively for rebels. Get you a very rare, very vibey hat at UNMATCHEDKSTEVENSON.DESIGn. I want to just go ahead and do that. Also, per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and do it early. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to Burnowski. Also, want to sit up here, and I have a very interesting question for Danny, bro, today. Bro,
Here we go.
talk to me.
We had this conversation before this.
We did. We did. We've been having we had a really good conversation.
We don't always connect.
Yeah, and what's vibey about it? As you guys know, we and Danny have multitudes of conversations. And the thing that I do appreciate about it, we was having a conversation, me, Danny, and AJ, and the thing about it, we all kind of had our different opinions about it, and that's the thing I really do value because everybody had a different viewpoint on this question. And today, what we're going to kind of talk about fame. What's the risk versus the reward? Rose, is it worth it?
There was a movie named Fame.
Touché. What's so gnarly is I got fame actually tatted on me. But my fame right here is actually an acronym. So fame is two part. It's actual fame and then it's also forgive all my enemies.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have faith in that acronym. I have faith
Touché.
for finding answers in the heart.
Yeah. Touché.
Whatever that means to anybody.
Touché. Yeah. So we just wanted to say that, but
my tattoos are different.
I just got a new hand tattoo, by the way, too. Your idol can't dress on the hand. So yeah, for sure, we get tatted around here. Yeah, but also want to ask you. So once again, so fame, like, what's the risk versus the reward? Is it worth it? How do you perceive it? And then also, most importantly, kind of talk about, do you think the higher you climb fame and success, will it alter you personally or alter your brain or how you are as the person when you once started? How so?
It can, because if you got to help me out here. So
I'm with you.
You become legendary. You win the
Very
basketball.
legendary. Yes,
from a
indeed.
kid.
Yes, indeed.
So
Yes,
as you
indeed.
get really good, you go, God, I'm really good.
Touché.
People start looking at that, then you can't think I'm the best in the world. But if you let your ego get involved,
for sure,
I think that's when you start to topple down.
That's actually a prevalent and very relatable point in that. Just a quick sidebar, one of the things is there's times in sports or any field where there's sometimes, because there's rankings of everything. So there's times where a kid, because he may be bigger, faster, stronger than all of us in 7th grade, he gets ranked higher, but he doesn't work as hard as us. So by the time he's a freshman, which is just 2 years, he was the number one player in the country, but because his ego got in the way, or he's already like, I'm going to the NBA, he becomes, in those 2 years, he went from the number one player in the country to now he's the 50th player in this position in his state.
Yeah, I'm going to sidetrack.
Yeah.
I always do this.
Yeah.
I always go off track.
You good, bro.
How many kids in school want to play basketball? How many kids play basketball in high school?
For sure.
Good. They play basketball in college.
Yep.
Really good.
Indeed.
And then what happens after that?
Yeah.
What percentage fall off away from basketball or football or whatever sport?
Any sport. Yeah, it becomes
their lifestyle changes. They lose the drive, they lose interest, or they say, I'm gonna do this. If I die, I'm gonna do this. And they stay on it. And some still don't make it.
Any sport, any field, any endeavor becomes more of a commitment every single day than anything else. So a lot of the times what Danny Bro is even referring to, the pool of kids that may want to play sports in grammar school and high school is a very big pool. But then it becomes that aspect of, now we have to compete. So some make varsity, some make junior varsity, some may play on the freshman team. And then as that grows, it becomes, so when you're a freshman, yes, you get a chance to play maybe freshman, JV, or varsity. But by the time you're a junior, it becomes either you're playing varsity or if you don't make the team, you're not on a team. So that's when, as Danny is saying, it shrinks. It starts to slowly shrink based on what you want, where your direction going. Then by the time, if you're a D1 athlete in any sport, that shrinks. So a lot of the times that becomes a reality for kids, junior years of high school, senior years of high school, where you start saying, maybe I'm not going to play sports in college, or maybe I'm not going to play sports at a collegiate or at a professional level. So then your interest starts to go into different realms and things like
If
that.
you want to talk sports, I know, no names, nothing specific.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a guy
Mm-hmm.
who went to high school. He was obsessed with the baseball.
Touché.
Obsessed.
Touché.
I knew him well.
Touché.
I said, when did you know you were going to be a pro?
Yeah.
He's a famous pitcher.
Yeah.
He's retired now. Famous,
Yeah.
but I can't,
Yeah. All good.
He said, Danny, the only thing I ever want to do is throw that baseball over that plate. I don't want nothing else. And I said, so
Fair.
when we go to the game, and I said, and I'm bored because I don't like this shit, I take a bunch of beach balls. You know, my ex-wife would get so pissed off. I go, Mike, I said, if I bat a beach ball around, does that disturb you? He goes, dude, he goes, the only thing I see is that plate and where I'm going to put that. He knew where he was going to put that. He knew where he was going to put that ball.
That's how it goes,
he said,
bro.
When the wave happens, when the beach ball flies, he goes, I don't see it. I don't hear it.
Different focus. Different level of focus.
And he's told me he was like this in high school.
Different level of focus.
He's like, that's all I want in life is to play baseball and be this position.
That means right there, he honed in on what he wanted and he stayed true to go after that.
Guy.
That's what it's about.
He's a great, he was, I haven't talked to him in decades.
For sure, yeah.
He was a great dad.
Fire.
Great husband.
Yeah, fire.
Wow, he was focused.
Yeah.
He was focused.
And I think,
what do you want?
And I think that's another very important aspect of it, where Danny also kind of highlighted that he was a cool guy. He was a good guy. Like, one of those things when we were talking about the fame, when we were talking about success, we were talking about chasing your ambitions and reaching those goals. Reaching your goals, achieving things you've never dreamed of is one thing. That's a blessing. But I think one of the biggest things.
He was very humble.
And that was this gnarly bro is talking about that. I think that's an important.
We had a custom house built up on a hill.
Yeah.
And the whole family goes over there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go sit in the pool. So he's got a big jacuzzi waterfall. It comes into the jacuzzi. The jacuzzi spills in the pool. He's got this mammoth view of a big can on the other side of the hill. They fly right control lane. So he came out and sit with me. I go, shouldn't you be in there with the family? He goes, dude. He goes, every time I'm around somebody, they tell me what I should throw, what I should do, how I should do it. And he goes, I like to talk to you because actually hooked up my new barbecue I had installed. For sure. It was a natural gas line.
And I think that's important.
He was down to earth with it. He's so cool.
You can get all those things and you can achieve a number of those things, but at the same time, you should never let those things alter you. Because just because of the same access to certain things, you gotta always kind of keep the main thing. Like, I was privy to is somebody, I want to say his name just because of how proud I am of him, but I'm gonna leave that be. Most people probably figure it out as I kind of tell this, but it's kind of dope. No, that's why I'm not, because I'm but I think it's dope because this person, he always kept the main thing, the main thing. Worked his ass off to get to the position he was. He was the best point guard. He was the guy for us. He was the guy for us. He was the guy. We played on the younger AAU team. He was on the 17 and up at the time. We used to watch him go against if y'all gonna know what I say like this. We remember watching him go against OJ Mayo and Eric Gordon. And I'm saying all that to say this was a person that was a dog. Hungry on the court, off the court, very humble, humility, very good dude. And fast forward, his jersey just got retired. So it's one of those things. Y'all definitely know who that is. So it was just, I say all that to say,
I don't do sports.
Basketball. His jersey just got retired by the Chicago Bulls a few days ago. But I'm saying all that to say that person could be, his ego could be through the roof. He could be the most arrogant person. He could be all these different things, but down to earth, really good dude. And a lot of the times, people that get blessed and these blessings that get poured on is because of these people's characters a lot of times too. Even when Danny was kind of talking about that in the aspect of his friends, I'm saying all these things to kind of say that, like, you can reach every height of everything you want. You can reach the dreams, the things that's on your that's on your ambition list. You can reach that shit, but kind of be cognizant, especially in times we live in and things like that, to just be aware, to keep the main thing the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. That's the whole thing. Don't let nothing deviate you from the main thing being the main thing when you're striving for success in any field.
There's a tennis player. I don't remember his name. He was very good, and nobody likes him.
Touché.
They said he was a complete asshole to everybody. I'm like, so you can be really great at your craft,
Facts.
but you will not get the respect for who you are. They'll respect your game, right?
I agree.
But they won't respect you as a person.
I'm with you, bro, Zay.
But then I don't need respect. I need what am I trying to say? I want results. So if I'm talking with you and I see you grow, I don't care what you think of me. But if you're growing, talking to me, then
you're doing your job.
Pretty good.
Yeah, touché.
But like I said last week, don't come sit at my table and give me all your plate of excuses.
For sure.
I don't want to hear it.
I agree.
I don't want to hear it.
I agree.
No more than I want to sit here and tell him all my excuses. He's going to tell me, bro, I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah, we got to figure it out one way or another. We got to get up. And the next question, he keeps telling me the excuses. I'm going to have to eventually going to say, well, what the fuck are we going to do about it?
Yeah.
Because after a while, the problems that we allow to constantly pour, it has to then turn into a solution.
We hit an iceberg. There's a hole in the hull.
Yeah.
Now what are we going to do?
Are we going to sit here and complain about the fact that we can't believe we're in this iceberg and in this situation? Are we going to sit here and have a conversation about that? Or is me and Danny going to put our two brains together, start looking around our surroundings and figuring the fuck how to get out of here? No, he did not. No, he did not. But yeah, so it becomes everything at what you, once again, the problem, you got to turn into a solution one way or the other. That's kind of the way that it kind of boils down to it.
My brother has a big company. There's several guys that work there. And one of the foremen always tells me, Danny, there's never a problem. There's only a solution.
That's good.
I said, I've trained you well. Goes,
yeah, that's good. That shit's golden.
I mean, if something's leaking, geez, the ceiling's leaking.
What are you
going to do? The wall's leaking.
Fair.
Who made the building? Who cares?
Fair.
Put a bucket, do something about it.
So, do you think that fame is worth the risk?
It depends how much value you put on fame.
In your opinion, would you think that fame is worth the climb for you personally?
I'm not looking for fame. If you follow me, great. If you don't, I'm
okay. All right. So let's say you are looking for it. Do you think that is worth the risk for you personally? Would you say that it's worth it?
Remember what I told you a couple weeks ago? Life rewards risk.
Touché.
Life rewards risk.
Touché.
The girl you want to go out with, the guy, I want to work here, but they think I'm a nut.
Yeah.
But it's worth the risk to tell them,
Fair.
I'd like to work here.
To at least reach out.
Work with you in this area.
That's golden.
Don't let your insecurities stop you
from
going for something you want.
Yeah.
Everybody starts at the bottom. I mean, decades of martial arts. I started. People were laughing at me.
Man.
I laughed at new white belts. I mean, he's gonna get it. You build them up.
It's a learning curve with everything you do in life.
You tease them, but you always there to help them improve their craft, whatever that sport or issue may be.
For sure, right? Especially if the person wants to get better. So if you see that the person wants to constantly get better, they constantly are okay with the constructive criticism, and they're constantly in the gym, they're constantly in the studio, they're constantly in the lab, wherever it may be. That's where you sit out there and you're reaching out. You're sitting there saying, okay, they understand it. They want to get better.
Constructive criticism.
That's why it's a huge difference between somebody talking at you, yelling at you, talking down to you, and then there's also a huge difference when someone is saying, yo, maybe you should do this. Oh, I see you're really gravitating towards this, so maybe you should do this. Somebody giving you the constructive criticism to only better you personally, never take that to heart. You should only use that, gravitate towards that, and become better and apply that faster than anything. Because once again, especially when people want to see you get better, they're only telling you these things to see you go from level 7 to level 10. So just always be cognizant of that in your everyday approach to anything in life. the higher you climb. Me and Danny were talking about that last week to you guys about just the idea of critics. People always may have things to say. The higher that level you climb, the higher your ambitions are, things like that. The more people is going to say, because the arena has gotten wider, the audience has gotten broader. So just always be kind of cognizant that if you if no one's saying shit, then maybe you're doing something wrong. So the moment people have things to say, you're going in the right direction.
What do those guys say? If there's no critics, there's no what?
Bro, I got it tatted on me. Malcolm X. If you have no critics, then you'll likely have no success.
That's right. I like that's a good.
I live by it, bro. I live by it. It was one of those things. I actually that was around the time I was just when we always talk about who are you and all of these different things, and that was a quote that I actually read out of one of his books, and then also I had a conversation with someone that was at the time in Houston, and that was something that they lived by, and I used to embed that even when that's why I always tell y'all about putting things in your notepads or using your phone's notes or writing those little notes. There's times where, like, even gnarly right now, there's times where, like, I'll grab like some of those, like, out of Office Depot, those little sticky things, use a pen and write down a note, and I keep it in my pocket the entire day just as a reminder to do something, to execute something. So never take that for granted. And I'm saying all to say, once again, the my advisor had that I used, and I was like, I'm living at 19, I'm living and dying by that. That was one of the things because of sports and different things like that. And you can always know that people will be critical of everything we do. People could be critical when Danny was going after his martial arts, when Danny was sitting here learning about the brain, saying things like this, and when Danny was probably having these conversations, saying what he's invested in. People may say, you can't do this, or you're not going to be able to do this. So these small hurdles where people are being critical in his life, you can also see as of right now, he didn't allow that to stop him, or he doesn't allow that to stop you. So those are things that you got to be always cognizant. Critics are one thing and everything is that, but you still can look in the mirror at yourself and achieve whatever somebody's saying you cannot do, for sure.
Clinical point here is never let someone's opinion become your reality.
I agree.
Never tell someone your big ass dream.
Facts.
Because I guarantee you, they will spend their whole life trying to tell you you can't do it.
Facts, bro.
I tried. Bitch, I'm not you. I'm not you.
Yeah.
And whatever you have in you out there, only you are meant to live that dream. We could all have that same dream. We could all design a hat and
Touché.
this, but he's going to do it his way.
Touché.
I'll do it my way.
Yeah.
Then we all have that something in us.
Originality.
You came to Earth
with originality. We're all different. Never forget that. Just because we may, like Danny just said, we may all want to sit up here and achieve and all want to be an actor at the same time. And we all may want to do this. But at the same time, if we all sit in this room, we all want to be actors. Danny may sit up here and say, I want to go after the romance and comedy movies, though. I want to star in all of those. And I may sit up here and say, I want to do some like Batman type shit. AJ may tell us that he want to sit up here and be in all like real life serious series where he wants to be on Netflix and he wants to have like a 10 episode vibe. So there's differences in every fucking thing. Y'all see, I'm laughing because I know Danny's brain is starting to work. On the go. Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Touché.
And I walk in, he goes, uh-oh, Danny's here. It's Hallmark time. I just put a Hallmark movie on. I was watching that.
That's what I should have said.
I don't see
I'm a quick sidebar. If you guys ever kind of see like in the near future where it kind of just got manifested to where you guys see Danny in like as a cameo in a Hallmark movie, never in life be surprised. Let me tell y'all. Man.
More like a hitman somewhere. Yeah, y'all don't know me.
Y'all, if y'all only knew, man. If y'all only knew, for sure.
I really want to encourage you to really be honest with yourself.
That's the key thing. That's the key thing. Yeah.
Kids are down, boyfriend, girlfriends are
for
gone.
sure.
Who are you? How did you get here?
For sure.
Why are you here? What are you to do, and where are you going?
For
They're
sure.
critical. They're pretty much going to be the same. And if there's a variation, you see where that comes from. But you must know who you are.
Touché.
And then you operate in what you are, and
I
you
agree.
become stronger.
Yeah.
And people tell me like, I haven't seen him for 20 years. Dude, you changed. No, I haven't. I'm the same guy I was 20 years ago. I'm just more intense in what I am.
Yeah.
I have
just fine tuned it.
An artist.
Right.
I'm not an artist. I don't do this.
Yeah.
I do what I do.
For sure.
But I realize I don't have a lot of patience with stupidity, because stupidity is a chosen behavior.
Touché.
If you're ignorance, you're one thing. But if I ask him, how do you do this? Or I ask AJ, how do you perform this over here? And they say, come on in. I never make the time. And then one day, God, I need this. That was stupid.
Good point.
They offer me to teach me how to play basketball. They offer me to teach the drums and the guitar. Whatever it is.
I agree.
And then I bitch the whole world out because I can't do something. So then I make excuses why I can't do it. And the problem is it was my fault. Yeah. My life was my fault.
If people pulling down or reaching a hand out to help you, and you either form the excuses or you don't follow through and execute, at that point it's always going to be your fault. So you always control the temperature, whether it's a roll of good shit that starts to form in your life or a roll of bullshit that comes into your life. Just kind of always be kind of cognizant. You do have the ability to change that dynamic at any given point in time.
You gotta be careful of that, because remember when I told you, the brain only knows what it's shown. It doesn't come up with the shit on its own.
Nah, for sure.
So when you tell yourself, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good looking enough, I can't do this,
you're already canceling it out.
Realizes that as like, okay, this is what I accept as normal behavior.
I agree.
And you live in a sewer. You live in that rut.
I agree.
Get out of it.
I agree. Yeah. That's where, once again,
I was gonna go somewhere else with that.
I believe
I'll
it.
think about it.
Yeah, but that's why it's always important to kind of just be cognizant of that, because once again, if you're exposed to certain things, if you're used to all these results, I'm not expecting to get nothing out of this, or nothing good is going to come out of that, and you kind of program yourself to that. You're conditioning yourself to see things from one lens, whereas sometimes you got to pull yourself out of it and start looking at things from a different scope, and start saying, you know what, I can have this, or I can do this.
Going back to before, like when you were younger,
right?
Be, like I said, we talked about this today.
For sure.
Be one with the ball.
Always.
Always have the basketball. Always have the skateboard. Be one with the.
You gotta be connected to it. Anything. Yeah, you just gotta be connected to any field. Just be connected to it. Yeah, you gotta be.
You can't expect it to follow you down the street.
Nah.
You have to have it in you and be present with it.
For instance, if you're a fucking gnarly photographer out there, you should always keep your Nikon either in your car or in your bag, because there can be times you and your friends are vibing out. You should just pull the camera out when you see your friend just laughing at something and start capturing those authentic moments. So be able to always, no matter what it is, if you're in a band and shit like that, y'all should have something.
We're going to get tea somewhere. I'm like, here we go. He takes the menu.
Look, man, everything is a moment.
Shout out, you know who you are.
Yeah, yo, shout out to bro for shit, sure. Man. I gotta give you a shout out, bro. I had the fucking raspberry beret today, and we were talking about how that was my first time trying that joint. Man, kudos, good shit. Another one that we added to the collection. You're doing a great job over there, brother, for shit, sure. I love the ambiance of the place. I love the staff. I love the everything on your menu. You're doing a great job, bro, for shit, sure, man. Shout out to you. But
then the music videos, those are cool.
The super gnarly. We was sitting there. We was in there watching the motor car shit today.
Oh
yeah. We was sitting there watching, and that's what one of the reasons why we been talking about like the risk and the reward. We was talking about that, and we was asking each other like, "Yo, like how worth it is it?" And we was taking our hats off to them, because we're like, it takes a lot of courage to get yourself mentally ready to fucking jump over something, do a trick mid-air, and then have that same level of focus to, after you do the trick in the air, to land. Man. Bro. So that's so gnarly that you were just talking about.
I thought of his name.
Man. So, and we want to give a big shout out to Roger Bannister. Yeah, that once again.
It was in
1954. 1954, breaking history. He did it in Oxford, England.
He was a medical student.
Also a medical student.
Him that his heart would literally explode if he ran it in 4 minutes.
And we're saying all that to say, once again, yo, there are no barriers. This was done in 1954. He was also very well educated, because he was also a medical student. And also balancing.
What about West High, South High, maybe El Camino College?
Talk about it.
How many of those kids maybe do it already? It took one person to break that thing, and the flood door's open. Be the inventor. Be the first.
That's a quotable. Bro just gave a very, very key gem. I gotta give you a shout out to that because that was something that's super dope. Once again, see, goated, man, goated. But see, you heard what he said. Be the first, man. Sometimes all it takes is one. So sometimes ask yourself, instead of saying, how can it be me? Ask yourself, shit, why not me? Literally. Start asking, change the frame. Once again, change that framework just slightly. Just that how or why should it be? Then just say, why not? All sometimes we got to do is change the words, change our environment, change our routines just a little bit, and we get different results. So let's just always kind of be cognizant of that. Anytime any of you guys need just a slight nudge or a better step in the right direction, Brose, where can they find you if they need any type of help or any type of vibes, Brose?
Go to my website.
What's your website?
Yep. Be like in victory, ALOT Enterprises. Or just Google my name, Daniel VALOT, and then type invite, and it'll bring all the podcast stuff up also.
Yes, indeed.
So you can email me at the same place. You can just email me at daniel@valotenterprises.com.
Yes, indeed.
I'd like to hear from you. And if we're not talking about something you want to talk about, send us a message. Send him. Make a comment on the podcast. It's new. It's still growing.
But y'all also know where to reach us. So you can comment. You reach out to us, man. Talk to us. We vibe out for sure.
We talk a lot about the girls. I mean, it's funny. But I mean, it's because like
we did good today. We was talking about like fame and different vibes, and we didn't even bring up the girls. See, for a lot of y'all to be saying that's all like, well, a lot of y'all say it's all I talk about is shit. Clearly, it's not, man. Y'all still got vibes. Shit. That's all I be trying to tell y'all, man.
You can't sit in your phone like this all day. Nobody's gonna know who you are.
We all have different interests. We all have different interests. Everybody is into different things.
Talk to us. Talk to the people. Show people who you are.
I agree. Always
character more so than anything.
Character and your actions say more than anything before you even enter the room. So just always be cognizant of that. To just always just whatever it is.
Talk about your website and all this.
Yeah, look, if you always want to just this shit say movie scene on it and shit, man. Yeah, man. Look, per usual, it's all groovy. Per usual, y'all know the vibes. UNMATCHEDKSTEVENSON.DESIGN. Always just look up on your computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever. It's gonna say the more fucking boast now. You know you're in the right direction when you see that. Once again, always.